LeBron takes it to the rim and finishes with the left, and he's fouled.
Yo, I'm a Knick. What?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? For reals this time, we are back with season 2, episode 2 of Coast to Coast. Now, what y'all don't understand is we've done this whole intro already, a full time, but you guys never saw it because I thought we were live, but we weren't live, but we are actually live here today. But what's good? Your boy CK, also known as CK2K, with my homie, my guy, Mr. Brandon, Wars World. What's good, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's good with everybody in the chat? Welcome, happy Sunday. Apologize about no show last week, but preseason, it was preseason for us too. You know the deal, no big deal. But we are here today. The season officially begins Tuesday. I wish I could say tomorrow, but Tuesday. The season officially begins with the Pelicans playing the Raptors, and then Brandon's Lakers playing the Clippers. And we're going to be talking about that into some detail because key players will be missing for two teams in both matchups that night. We'll be talking about that. Also, the statement jerseys, the full lineup has officially been released. Knicks were the last team to release theirs, so we're going to talk about some of those jerseys towards the end of the episode. Got a lot of stuff today. Fun show. We're going to finally make, as we did last year, we're going to make our predictions early, our early stupid predictions, and then we're going to talk about all that fun stuff. So, of course, we would love to hear you guys' predictions when we get to that part of the show. But, Brandon, you get to get you literally day one get to swing at the NBA fences. I have to wait till Wednesday until my team plays. The whole Lakers Clippers thing from just a basketball fan, Laker fan standpoint. How excited are you that the season begins with your team, the Lakers versus the Clippers?
I'm super excited for basketball to come back. I think I mentioned this earlier on the stream a couple streams ago, where as soon as the Chargers lost to like their second or third game, I was done. Like, "Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready for basketball season."
Yeah, I'm over this. Yeah,
but I'm still gonna be a Charger fan. But I was ready. I was ready. Compared to last season, the Chargers were just a lot better. Things were going smoothly, I should say. But it is what it is, and ready for Lakers basketball to come back. It's weird that it's on a Tuesday.
Yeah and no, because TNT has that deal where they do Tuesdays and Thursdays. Shout out to C-Mac. Welcome to the crew, man. Appreciate the sub. You better go send that sub over to Wars World. Link is in the description. Hit the I, you know the deal. But yeah, it is weird that we have to wait a whole day for the damn season to begin, especially since preseason ended Friday. So we were already basketball-less for a whole weekend, and then we gotta wait until Tuesday for the games to begin. But I'm just glad we're at that time finally. We finally made it. We have finally made it. Sorry, I'm trying to get these damn highlights together, but the damn tabs didn't want to work out. But so let's just jump right into it. But first, let's shout out to the chat, as we always do to begin every single one of these streams. We got to shout out to the people who were here first. Scott was the first one. Shout out to Scott. What's good? Bailey, MH, we know MH. Class Clown, Justice Preston, Bomber BCM, Dale, the list goes. I was gonna say Wars World, but you are Wars World. What's up, Goonies? Chris Tiller's back in the game. Christian Jones, another one who's a regular. Illmatic, a lot of you guys. Floki, David Dex, the boy, the homie, the God, Edgar Allan Fro. He's in there as well. BLT, shout out to BLT. What's good, everybody? Brian Lee. If I missed you, I apologize. H ______. Bilal, my guy, the MVP of last season with all the super chats, Mr. Bilal. Will from LI, gotta be legend. New subscriber. I saw you subscribe and follow me on all the socials today, my guy. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody. Welcome to the show. You know the deal, as always. You guys like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit that link below. We're gonna be doing, starting next week, we're gonna be having the Coast to Coast streams going through both channels now. So you're going to be seeing it here as well as Wars World, so we can, show love, go over there, say what's up. If you like what you're seeing from both of us, because, he has the Lakers take, I have, my Knicks take. So if you're a Laker fan, you want to go show some love to the guy, Mr. Wars World.
It'll always be appreciated.
Yeah, man.
You'll get the realistic opinion from me. My co-host on my show.
Yeah, he's the definition of those Laker fans that you be seeing on Twitter. Anyways, but shout out to all you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Broken face Kyrie. What did I miss? Why is Kyrie in the chat? Nets suck. That's facts. MH stand up. Knicks crew. Factual. Or CK crew. But yeah, Knicks crew too. Everybody's welcome here. Salute CK. Costa Rica, man. Shout out to you, my guy. There you go. You got one Laker Nation in the chat. There you go. You're not alone. Eddie Suarez was good, homie. Yeah. Sounds good. Boy, I'm gonna get Chris Tiller banned for a whole hour. All right. Anyways, let's jump into
Represent Chris.
This man over here. Let's jump right into it. So the first game, before we get to your Lakers and Clippers, is actually going to be the Pelicans and the Raptors. Now, a lot of key points to be made about this game. Now, initially, yes, it's exciting. Normally, every year, it's so exciting to see the ring ceremony, see the champions, play their first game on opening night and stuff like that. A lot of things are missing on that Raptors team. One key thing is going to be playing in Game 2 in Los Angeles, and that's Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard will obviously not be playing for the Raptors in that opening game, as well as the number 1 overall pick, the player that a lot of people were excited to see play, regardless of who the Raptors are and what the Raptors did last season. Everyone was excited to see Zion play, but Zion will be out due to the knee soreness. Now, Brandon, few things I want to talk about when it comes to this. But before we get into Zion and the injury, let's go to give the defending champs their due. Now, I've been on record to say that I know they're going to fall off, but right. I don't think the fall is going to be that hard. And I feel like a lot of people are actually going to be surprised by that. But Brandon, what do you believe the reality is for the Raptors now that they're minus Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green?
The Raptors are still going to be a solid team. As far as where their seeding is, it's still going to be up in the air just because, Kawhi is a big deal. Not to mention Danny Green, that's going to be a big hit for them. A lot of people are
defensively,
not a lot of people are accounting to that loss.
Mm-hmm.
So I still see them being at least a fifth seed. Or not at least. I'm sorry, at least an 8 seed, top 5th seed.
Damn.
Or,
so you're giving them the whole window.
Well, because there's 4 teams out there that's still going to be pretty solid. You got your Sixers. You still got Giannis in them. Yeah. I would still consider Boston a legitimate team, more so because they lost Kyrie and that dynamic. I feel like they're going to be much more of a team, rather than just a bunch of individuals that can play the game of basketball. So, and I'm missing a team. I'm missing one team.
It's the East Coast that happens. Did you mention? I can't even say them because I don't even know if they're for sure. I'm not gonna say Brooklyn. I hope that's not the team you're missing.
There was 4 solid teams. I remember. I just right now off the top of my head.
Bucks, Raptors, Sixers. And at a time I would have said Indiana, but I don't know if we could say that right now.
Indiana, that's who it is. Yeah. Indiana. Okay. I know Oladipo is not going to be back until December, but that's still going to be a solid team, regardless. So I still view them if they're at their best, they could be a 5th seed, maybe 4th, maybe
at best. He says
maybe. Because it does ultimately, even if we get these predictions wrong, I just don't know what I'm going to get out of Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
I think I know Kawhi helped a lot in that sense to try and get him over the hump. Yeah. And it showed in the finals, in both the conference finals and the finals itself.
Yeah.
So, but he's not there anymore. You only got Siakam. Siakam's a nice dude. He's He's a solid player.
He's a Kawhi light.
I don't think he's 140, extension worth, but
yeah,
it is what it is at this point. You gotta you pay what you got, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would have paid him the money. Look, it's early. I do think I understand because of the what's it called, the rookie extension and all that, blah blah. That's why they did it early. But I wish that they could have waited until one more season, especially with the Kawhi-less Raptors, and see what Siakam could have gave them. I believe in Spicy P. Or Saucy P. Excuse me. That's Saucy P. That's what they were calling him. No, it's Spicy P. It's Spicy P. You know what it is?
P.
I'm thinking Swaggy P. So I'm like, which S word is the right S word? But no, Spicy P is what they were calling him last year when he had the most improved player of the year type of year that he showed. I think 5 makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if they slip up to 4. I think it would be very surprising to see them get anywhere in the top 3, but I don't think it's crazy to say that they can be a 4 or 5 seed because of the way they play. They have that team atmosphere. They have that, first of all, their defense first and then scoring second, and they're not that bad when it comes to scoring. So even without Kawhi Leonard, because the biggest thing was last season with Kawhi Leonard not playing, the Raptors were still one of the best teams at least in the Eastern Conference when Kawhi didn't play. And they pretty much came together and put together the same team, plus Rondé Hollis Jefferson and a boy from out here, Stanley Johnson. But yeah, I think 4 to me seems real. 4 or 5 seems realistic. But I wouldn't be surprised if they squeaked into number 3. Now going over to the other side. Well, before we go, let me see what chat going in. Toronto are nothing without Kawhi. Well, again, I implore you to watch basketball from last season because they showed that they were able to do stuff without Kawhi, at least in the regular season. Playoffs, that's a different story. I don't know what they're going to do in the playoffs. I don't know how far they're going to the playoffs, what they got. But as far as regular season and seeding, I think they'll be just fine without Kawhi. Nets will
had a nickname for a while.
What was their nickname?
Baby dinosaurs.
Right.
That was when LeBron was there. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was before Kawhi though. Nets will tank. That is a hot take that I don't think is true. Bring back the Bobcats, good old Dale. Knicks. Oh God, I'm not even gonna address that comment. Knicks need a new coach and shooters. You need to get out of my chat. Raptors still a good team. Factual Steve. Shout out to Steve. Steven tell me he's in the chat. Say it was good. Chris. Yes, Chris. That's another good player. How do you say his name? Is it Boucher or is it like French and Boucher? Like how do you say his last name? Is that what it is? Whatever.
It's Boucher.
Dude is. It could be nice for them. I don't know how far along he is. He looked nice in summer league. He looked okay in some of the games he played in the preseason, but. Look, the thing about the Raptors is they have an identity with or without Kawhi Leonard, so I think because of that they'll be okay. But that's about all I got to say. Now let's move across to the team they will be playing, and that is the New Orleans Pelicans with Brandon, the coast to coast favorite Lonzo Ball leading the show over there. Here's the difference though. Before we get into the Zion talk. Lonzo has had, to some, to the haters, they're going to say Lonzo had a very, regular and similar preseason to what he's done in his first 2 years in the league. But the thing is, again, just like me and Brandon's damn motto when it comes to Lonzo Ball, if you actually watch the game, there's a lot more to what he does for that team. And with seeing him with Drew Holiday, like, it's going to be exciting. Like midway through the season when he plays more with Drew Holiday, the kind of stuff that they're going to be doing in the break. And now, Brandon Ingram's got his confidence through the roof. Now, I'm seeing that man chucking, at least against us. I don't know what he did because the only person I would pay attention to was the Lonzo Zion connection with the games I was watching. But when he played us, all of a sudden Brandon Ingram thought he was KD light, pulling up threes, fading away and stuff like that. I'm like, good for you, my guy.
Whole different player.
Oh my God. So if that continues, but again, that was the trend when he was a Laker, was you would see that, but then it would disappear for a few games and it would come back, but it would disappear for a few games. So maybe that trend continues with the Pelicans. But the big elephant in the room is the fact that Zion Williamson is going to be taking some time off because of his soreness in his knee, and the knee is the same knee that he hurt when he busted through those damn Nikes.
PGs.
They were the PGs, yeah. When he was playing with Duke against UNC.
Your shoe, Chris. Your shoe.
Hey man, but he said, and this is not. I don't know why I'm defending Nike, Nike, but he even said that he had a problem of wearing the same shoes over and over. And if your name is Zion Williamson and you are 285, you cannot be doing that. Your shoes do not have a lifespan of more than a game. You cannot be doing that. You making Jordan brand money now, so you better not be doing that same crap.
There's no way.
Nah,
There's just
man.
no way.
No shoes are built to withstand that in multiple games. I don't care if that's bullshit. I don't care what people want to call that. Can't do that. Shout out to Delano. What's good, bro? Zoe plus Drew is the best defensive backcourt in the league. I think that will turn out to be true. But Brandon, back to Zion missing time. Now, a question for you. Now, this is something I've been thinking about, but I want to hear what you think about it. Do you think it is bad? Like, is the fact that this injury was found out, do you think that this is a bad sign for Zion long term, or is this a positive because the Pelicans know how to go about it early on now that they have identified that there's something up with the knee? Which perspective do you see this as? I personally hope it's not anything serious, just because like in those 4 games we saw, it was like whoa, you know, it was just highlight reel after highlight reel. Yep. So for me as a basketball fan, I hope it's not anything serious. Yeah. I hope somehow what's his name, Alvin, was able to steal some of those Phoenix trainers, you know, where they just have that random fountain of youth for everybody. Man, I think they need the whole facility out there. That's seriously wasted too, man, for that team that don't need it. Anyways, seriously, man. Yeah. But I just hope that it's nothing serious than what they're claiming it to be. And for some reason, I have more faith in this training staff than I do for Golden State. You know, like just because, you know, it's a big deal to me. Why are you taking a shot at Golden State? What did Golden State be in this conversation? KD. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I'm like, that was a random jab. Like, have you not beaten up Golden State enough in the preseason? Like, let them live for a few seconds. Gotcha. Yeah. You're right. That whole thing, just like not diagnosed. Like, obviously, a calf could lead to an Achilles injury, an Achilles rupture. Yeah. Why are we just being like, you know what? You can run it off. Yeah. Go play. Finals. You got this, right? Yeah. No. But that's a whole different story. I sincerely hope that it's not as bad as they say it is, or people fear it to be. Yeah, that's my. So that's hope. But from what you're hearing and how many days or games he'd be missing, what's your thought? Like, I know you're hoping it's not that, but what are you thinking when you're hearing that he's gonna be missing so much time? And he's having soreness and stuff like that. What are you thinking when you hear that? My initial reaction when I saw it, I was like, he might have torn a meniscus, or partially torn it. Okay, partially torn. Yeah, it'd have to be partially torn, or else he would be missing a lot more time than just a few. Yeah. Partially torn is still. I mean, that's tissue that you just can't get back anymore. Yeah, you know. So even if you get surgically repaired and stuff like that, it's not the same. So that was my initial reaction, and not to mention he weighs what, 280, 290? 285, my friend. And real quick, shout out to Manny the Don X dropping the first super chat of the season. My guy, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Welcome. But he said also, he dropped a comment with this saying, "Can we crown RJ Rookie of the Year already, bro? I'm so ready to scream it to the mountaintops, but I want him to play. That was nice in the preseason, but let's see him play in the regular season first before I get crazy. But hey, man, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, going back to Zion. Edgar is saying that Zion probably tore his MCL, and that was probably one of the things I was thinking about as well. Yeah. But, like any ligament that or like strand that's on the inside part of his knee, I feel like he did some kind of damage to it. Yeah. I don't know if it's because the contact is different in the NBA, or he's trying to contort and do things against bigger bodies. I don't know what it is, but I know that from a biomechanic standpoint of the game, that his game is going to have to drastically change throughout his career. Yeah. Because Blake Griffin is a prime example, and I hate having to come back to him. He's like the blueprint for what Zion's going through right now. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, not unfortunately in a bad thing, because I mean, Blake Griffin he's probably had one of the best glow ups. Yes. At least in my short span of watching the NBA, because he went from just being a guy that only could dunk to a guy that can rebound, to a guy that could be a triple double machine, to a guy that now can shoot from outside. So I mean, shout out to Blake for putting in the work.
Absolutely. And eventually we're gonna have to watch that with Zion. Obviously, he's got all the intangibles of being this hustle player, a great teammate, a player's coach, and all this sort of stuff, along with, this guy that can actually hoop.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's one of those things. Eventually, he's just gonna have to change his game because, if you want to play 20 years, you have to change your game.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, man. All I say is I know he didn't sign with them, but that if I were him and if I had the opportunity to, I'm staying as close to Mr. LeBron James as I can to see if I can just take whatever I can get from him and how he got to where he is to get the longevity. Because LeBron James came, I mean, he wasn't no 285, but LeBron James came in built, you know what I'm saying, like a man, built like a house. Not to Zion's extent. I'm not saying that, but and playing the way he plays his entire career, which was bully ball, which was runaway train basketball, and his game finessed throughout his his career slowly but surely, and then of course the jump shot came along with that. So it's like, yeah, we could say the Blake Griffin stuff, but also too, it's like if he turns out to be that player that we all expect him to be, and he believes he can be that player that a lot of people are saying that he's going to be. I don't know if he can work with the coaches he worked with, something like that. But
yeah,
because the thing is, what I feel like what pulled back my worry a little bit was a little bit what you said actually, and in watching a lot more of these games, especially in a more open game compared to when he played with Duke, when it was just like everybody's in the paint, so he can't do as much. But now when it's a more open game, I feel like I'm not as worried about the injury. I'm not as worried about the knee and stuff like that because of the way he does play. Because he is a big guy, but the way that he contorts himself in the air to control the way he lands for that size, that to me, I found that as a positive. Because normally a lot of those guys like to go straight up, just power, and they're coming down, putting that same power on the knee. There's a lot of possessions where Zion is going and, he's finessing his layup, but then you can see the landing is controlled. So those kind of things, I feel like it's something that's going to help him long term. Of course, there's still the times where he's going up and he's coming down like a freaking bully. But I feel like those are kind of things that are a good start to help him with the weight. I mean, it's just past the point where it's just so simple to say Zion needs to lose weight. It's like, cool. But that's not something that's going to happen overnight. He's been big his entire, basketball career. I mean, outside of when he was a kid, but from high school to now, that's just how it is.
Yeah, his freshman year he was 175, and then in those 4 years, he I'm not going to say it, but he just got built. Yeah. So,
just got built. That's a nice way to put
it. It's easy to say. As soon as he starts getting in an NBA diet, NBA training,
yes,
hopefully he'll lose just 10 pounds.
Yeah,
at least 10 pounds.
I agree with you on that.
Be more lean instead of just, Charles Barkley-esque.
Yeah, Charles Barkley-esque indeed. Yeah, yeah. But so then now that we talked about the missing pieces with these two teams, what's your thoughts on the game? Do you I personally still think it's gonna be an entertaining game, nonetheless. I mean, it's, of course, the main event is probably gonna be the second game. I mean, obviously, when you put those two teams together, what they build. But I'm a lot of people probably already checking it off. Like I'll get to the second half because Zion's not playing and Kawhi's on the Raptors, so who wants to watch the Raptors? I'm still going to tune in. I mean, obviously there's just the Lonzo aspect of it. But what's your thoughts on that? Do you think that the Pelicans go on and get their first win against the defending champs because, good old championship layover?
Not Zion. Zoe. It's your time to shine, my guy.
Yeah.
It is your time to shine. You're not in LA, but you're in a different LA.
Mm-hmm.
You this is this is your team essentially for the time being. Obviously, I think Drew is going to have a bigger impact in this game. Honestly, I just projecting and hoping that Zoe will be 22, 12, and
you are hoping
4.
for a lot, my friend. I know he has it in him, but I'm not saying it for the first game of the season. I don't think that's happening the first game of the season. Because that game that he did put down, I think it was 15, 5, and 6 in the preseason. Like it was effortless, and it wasn't a full game and stuff like that. So I know it's possible. But I think like you just said, I think Drew Holiday is going to be the key factor for that game. I think Drew Holiday is going to have himself a nice, quiet, good game. Quiet as in like a quiet 25 where people are like, oh snap, Drew Holiday got that much in the third quarter kind of thing. And I like for right now until Zion comes back, I like that lineup of Lonzo, Drew Holiday, JJ Redick, Brandon Ingram, and Derek Favors, because that helps with the helps spraying the floor for even though I mean I don't know who's going to be taking the shots outside of Drew and JJ, but after what I saw on Friday, man, I'll tell you what, Brandon Ingram gonna let him fly. I don't know if they gonna be hitting, but man, what I saw on Friday, Brandon Ingram, he I don't know who this crackhead is, but he gonna let that thing fly, boy. Man, and I like Brandon Ingram. It's just it was new to me, so I hope that sticks. Because if that's the case, then the Pelicans got themselves some guys, man.
But it's gonna be new to all of us.
Especially Laker fans gonna be over there. Look, man, y'all curse, man. Especially if what I think is gonna happen with those boys that got traded happens, y'all. Oh, Lakers! Watch. Well, that's for another.
I think I would be worse off if I didn't have Anthony Davis. So
facts, and that's the thing. Like we joke, but at the same time, it's like, yo, nice, but Anthony Davis is a Laker kind of thing. So I get it. No, I completely.
There was a joke on Twitter for the longest that we traded little kids for a grown ass man, essentially, and I can't get upset with that. Like
he's not even a grown ass man. He is still
he's still 26, 27, somewhere around there.
Yeah, he has plenty of career left.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So who you got in this first game? You got Raptors or Pelicans?
I am picking an upset just because,
upset being the Pelicans.
Yeah, upset being the Pelicans.
Close game. Give me a score. Give me a score.
That'll be the entertaining game. I think. Let's go.
25. Steven's saying Anthony Davis is 25, or Steven is saying he's 200 or 2,555,000.
He's ancient.
He's super old, I guess. But no, you're saying on Pelicans. What's the score you said?
I'm saying 110 to 105.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is gonna be a low scoring game. I think defense is gonna be key.
Technically, that is low scoring game.
I guess. I guess. Yeah. Okay. I guess. I'm saying like 101-97. Give me the Pellies. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Pellies on that. 101-97 Pellies.
Okay.
What say you, chat? What say you? 99-92 Bailey, but who? Raptors win 110-107. I think that's a good one too. Pelicans have no one to stop Pascal Siakam or Mark Gasoline. Mark Gasoline, correct. I don't think they do have anybody to guard Mark. I don't know if you necessarily stop Pascal Siakam. I don't think that he's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy that just gets the buckets organically, but I hear what you're saying.
He's very much a transition player in terms of getting his points.
That's how, yeah. He ain't going to be a half-court kind of, but we'll see. Chris Tiller said, I got Raptors, Edgar St. Pels 108-95, okay. Goonies 190 Pels. Raptors win 111-108. Okay, it's mixed. It's mixed. Steven continuing the hate with Raps by 10. Okay. My man,
Sophia said,
Dale. Sophia said, Dale, Raptors 46-29. Yeah, Dale over there got his settings set to 5-minute quarters that's not how the game works in real life there, Dale. Anyways, yeah, okay, so you got Pelicans, I got Pelicans. We'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be a fun game. But the real fun that everybody is ready for is your Lakers and the Los Angeles.
No. You said it right.
The Los Angeles because they're lost.
Lost 10.
Whatever.
Lost 10.
So here's the thing. Before I get into it, I'm gonna ask you about this, and I'll keep the same energy too when we talk about Knicks because Knicks play the Nets this week as well. So we're gonna talk about that next episode. I'm gonna keep the same energy. So I'm gonna ask you this: you win that game, are you pumping your chest, hyped up?
I have to be.
Okay.
I feel like
so
I have
you're
to.
You're not gonna succumb to the they didn't have Paul George card. You're not gonna succumb to that. You're like, nah, f that. You play with what you got, with what you had.
I feel like I have to.
Okay. No, I respect either answer. To be real with you, I just curious what you had to say about that.
It's more so because like there's a different kind of aura around the Lakers, and Laker fans can attest to this. Like there's a aura, there's that championship feel. Last year was just like, man, let's just try and get the playoffs.
Yeah, that was energy for you guys last year.
So,
sure.
and now it's just like, man, there's a real chance that we can make this title run. Mm-hmm. So obviously you gonna feel it. It's all right here. It's all in the chest. Okay.
Okay.
And so the pride and the joy and all that is probably gonna be out there. Now, on the same token, we talked about this on yesterday. Mm-hmm. That if we did lose, the whole universe is dying. Okay, like Twitter is going to blow up with all the memes in the entire universe. Yeah, and I'm just gonna have to sit there and take it.
Just read the chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I see them too.
Yeah, you see them?
Yes, I see them.
Those are your friends. Well, I mean, BLT I like BLT's answer, but go ahead. I'm listening to you. Continue. I'm hearing everything you're saying. I'm hearing.
No, it's literally it's just gonna be one of those like it's your typical Lakers first game. Mm-hmm. All hell's breaking loose if we lose, mm-hmm. But you know we win in the whole thing. We going 82-0 if we win. Like I love the Laker fans. I love them, but guys, it is a lot. It is a lot. And y'all going in on chat. I see y'all, okay? I see y'all.
We got some I'm telling you, man. I told you season 2 Laker fans are going to make their way to this chat. I knew it. Well, I mean, obviously it's spearheaded by Steven Tillman over there letting it blow out. Look, man, I'm excited for the game because my NBA hat is on, so I'm just excited for basketball in general, and that's just gonna be a fun game because there's actually going to be a rivalry compared to what Laker fans want to say or believe. Because I'm here saying the same thing when it comes to the Knicks. I ain't trying to believe that there's a rivalry, but there is, and I'm excited about that. I love that kind of stuff, and I hope. I am praying. I am looking forward to a Patrick Beverley clap moment. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, that I am praying that Anthony Davis. I'm sorry, Anthony Davis can still have a phenomenal game, but I am praying that Anthony Davis has a slow start, and it's because of Avery Bradley. Jesus, he's on the same team. Patrick Beverley in some situation like he strips him or something, and he has that like let's get it Clippers like we real. Like I want one of those moments. It can still end in the Lakers win. That's fine. I don't care about that. But I want one of those because that's one of those like, yeah, okay, Lakers Clippers about to be something real this year. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I want something like that. I want a Montrezl Harrell. Like I want him to like to block JaVale McGee or JaVale McGee to like dunk on Harrell and Harrell don't like it and shove him. Like, I want something like that. That's why. So that's what I'm looking forward to with this game for you guys. I think that's what that'd be dope for the NBA, especially with the Clippers out here trying to puff their chest out, saying like, yeah, we arrived now too. We an LA team now. Excuse me, we're a Los Angeles team now. We finally adopted the name, kind of situation. So
it's about damn time.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, facts. Like for reals this time, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a fun game. I don't know what to believe. I saw Steven say in the chat that there's no one on the team that can guard AD.
There's no one that can guard Kawhi either.
Thank you. He literally beat me to it. I was like, well, who's going to guard Kawhi Leonard? And if I see KCP as one of the names, Steven, I will ban you. I love you, bro. I'm going to ban you. But no. Nah, but yeah, and that's the thing, man. There's the LeBron James situation, but LeBron has never been a fan of playing against Kawhi Leonard. We've seen that in many situations. It's gonna be a dope game, man. I think it's gonna be a close game. Hopefully, it's gonna be a close game. But I think BLT said it that this has that potential to be that game where it just after everything that happened in the preseason, the Lakers could just get blown out in that first game, and I think that has potential. For whatever reason, I don't see it going the other way as the Clippers game blown out. but it just because the Lakers just have that that vibe where it's just like you guys can be so hyped and so ready, but then it's just one of those blowouts and people are like, what do we do now? Like, is this it? This is the end?
Yeah.
I don't think it will happen. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But BOT dropped that nugget, and it's a very, very true point. It could very much happen.
It will feel like that until the next game.
Yeah.
Like until we play that next game, it's just gonna be like, oh no, we suck again. It's literally gonna be that feeling. Yeah. But I agree.
I don't think it's 100%. You're not gonna get blown out. I think it's a good game. Who's home? Quote.
Man.
Who's like what floor am I seeing? Am I seeing that new dope Clipper court, or am I seeing the old school Laker court?
It don't matter. It's still.
I'm asking because I want to know. It matters to me. That's the only thing I can care about.
Here,
you don't know.
Let me double check for you before I make assumptions.
While you double check that, let's GD saying Clippers. You ain't got to double check nothing. GD got your back.
Okay.
Did you say no one could guard Claw? LOL. See, Steven, you sound like such a Laker fan right now, my man. I can't. You're at that point where I can't take you serious.
Ooh. Come on, take the cap off,
Steven,
bro.
stop. Stop, bro. Clippers need to relocate to Seattle. I hate that narrative. Like that narrative is so stupid. Why Seattle? No. No. If any, no.
I'm not mad at that.
I think they can do but no, they can't relocate because they got a whole new.
They got a whole stadium.
Yeah, man, there ain't no relocation coming anytime soon for them. Lakers do run Staples. That is a 100% true.
So I got a little bit of a story to tell.
Please tell your story.
When we were at me and BLT were at LA Comic-Con last Saturday. Mm-hmm. And we met Jeannie Buss. For those that don't know who she is, she's a Lakers owner.
Wait, really?
Some people don't know, man. You'd be surprised how many people I told. I met Jeannie
too,
Buss.
Huh? Who?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Do we trade for her? Is that a new player?
Oh, awesome. Sweet. We got to find an NBA girl in there. Right. Awesome. But so we met her. And so we were asking to take a photo, and she said, after we took the photo, she said, "Go Lakers."
Nice.
And we said, "Yeah, go Lakers." She said, and she said, "It's finally here," with the most like passive aggressive tone of all time. Like she was just so upset. She had so much anger just built up over the last 6 years. She's just like, "It's finally here. It's finally here." She had so much attitude. Like it was hilarious. It was great.
Wow. I mean, hey, man.
It was dope. It was dope, funny. It's one of those experiences I'll never forget just because of like how she said it.
Yeah.
It'll never no. Just no.
Yo, Melvin, chill out. He said she probably upset because Kuzma ain't called her back or something.
Oh Lord!
Oh man!
No.
Whenever we were talking about Jeannie Buss, you know exactly what I think about was that Kawhi meme. Like I will never forget that Kawhi meme with him sitting and then the girl was dancing and he's there like dancing with her. You know, remember the meme, Brandon? Yes. Okay, I was gonna say like you forgot. I'll pull it up. Like I'll find that meme. I will never forget that meme because that had me crying. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for you guys, but yo, that was the most realistic meme I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, off of that, so do I even need to ask you? No, but yeah, I could trust you because you are realistic. Be real. Do you think Lakers gonna pull it out? You think Lakers take that game? Start off.
I'm one of those. I was on that ship already before BLT said anything, but like it's either way, somebody's getting blown out.
You think it's gonna be a blowout, one way or another, Clippers or Lakers?
One way or another.
Wow.
One way or another.
We're not allowed to have a close game to start off the season, huh?
Just because like both teams are so brand new.
Yeah. And
I feel like one team is more brand new than the other. So, oh my God, I'm about to be so upset with myself. It's probably gonna be Clippers that win somehow.
You really think so? What's the score? Steve about to jump on you right now. Watch
Steve probably is.
What?
Steve probably is. Yeah, it's gonna come out of nowhere. But I see like a 122 to like a 110.
Yeah,
it's a 110.
Ooh, Clippers,
yeah. I hate to say it, I really do, But I've always envisioned the Lakers being like a slow burn in terms of getting it all together. We didn't really play
Good
anybody
luck
in the
with your
preseason,
channel.
and when we
Shout out
did,
to my dog
I
Kylo,
guess if you consider the Nets
#Thunderup.
like a real team or a shooting team,
Mm-hmm.
it was not a fun night. Let's just say, and obviously it's preseason, but some things you take from preseason and put them into the regular season, it carries into the regular season.
That's what I've been saying in my videos too with the Knicks. Like, of course, you can't take. Basically, my motto the entire preseason was you can't take, the highs as well. You can't take the lows. Like when the Knicks had the best first game, then the last 3 games we did not win. But there are things that you can be like excited about, but there are some things that are like, man, that's something we should be worried about. I know it's preseason, but we should be worried about that. And I completely hear you. But first of all, shout out to Tom. Heard the message. He said, "Good luck with your channel." Shout out to my dog Kylo. Shout out to your dog Kylo. Thunder up. You a Thunder fan? That's what's good. Still, I respect that, man. Respect it. Dropping.
Hopefully CP3 works out for y'all, man.
I hope so. Well, even if he doesn't, y'all got SGA and that boy. I'm happy for y'all. Him. I'm a huge Shai Gilgeous-Alexander fan. Huge fan of him. There's something with that family. That Alexander family got something going on, right? Because the new kid, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, too, because he's Shai's cousin. There's something going on with that family. They got the gene in their family, but
that boy good.
Yeah, they got it over there.
No.
Steve, man, how many games Kawhi missing this year? That's not the segment, Steve. That's not what we're talking about, Steven. That's not what we're talking about.
We're talking about first game, man.
Okay, well, so you got Clippers losing by 9 or 10. One of those two is what you said.
No, I said Clippers winning 122 to 110.
What did I say? Clippers winning by 9 or by 10. 122 what?
122 to 110.
Okay, so winning by 12. That's hard for me, man. I think the Lakers are going to get a reality check, but it's hard for me to say. But it's hard because I want to say that they're going to continue that momentum. Because here's my thing: when I think of the Lakers right now, all I think about is that very first game against the Warriors. That's all that's in my brain. That first half against the Warriors. I know it's preseason, but all I think about is that first half.
And we were playing a bunch of the Warriors bench players, G Leaguers.
Yeah, but no, not in that first game. In that first game, you were playing against the Warriors.
At the Warriors,
yeah, in their brand new play, the very first game. No, you were playing against the Warriors in that first half, like Draymond and everything. They were all playing the same minutes that those boys were playing. So. Oh, Delano, I thought, I read that and got so excited. My man said, CK, you finally got me looking for a DSJ trade. Happy now? I thought you said that DSJ got traded, so I was just like, what do we get? Sorry, that's so bad. We'll get into that. We'll get to that in a second. But Delano, welcome. I've only been trying to tell you guys, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, my prediction for that, I'm gonna play even. I will get my brownie points with the Laker fans. I think the Lakers will pull this one out. With a fresh LeBron. I think AD's gonna have a bad debut game. I think he's gonna have a bad debut game. I know Steven is through the moon thinking that nobody can guard him. I think he's gonna have an off game, but I think they do pull it out because I like LeBron and I think the underdog is going to be Sir Dwight Howard. I think I know it's not even a hot take anymore because a lot of Laker fans are warming back up to Dwight Howard. But I ask you as a Laker fan, would you ever start Dwight Howard or you just want him coming off the bench?
Personally, no. I'm comfortable with him coming off the bench.
Okay.
I think JaVale has earned that. Closing, I still want to see AD as our center.
You want to do that lineup with AD at 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's probably the best lineup for you guys. Okay. I was just curious. But yeah, I'm gonna give the Lakers the edge. I don't think it's gonna be. Oh, but what defense are you guys going to play? See, that makes it hard now because I'm now thinking about the score, but I'm like, wait. The only way it's going to be – it can't be a low-scoring game because the only way you guys win is if you outscore them. So I'm going to go high. I think it's going to be like a 1 – I think it's going to be 1 – I'm going to go with your 122. I think it's going to be 122 – no, I'm going to go 124, 118 Lakers. Yeah, I feel comfortable with that. I feel comfortable with that. But then how does AD have a slow game? I don't know. I'm not thinking too hard. I don't care enough. It's gonna be fun. Tuesday's gonna be fun.
You notice that you know when Steve is mad when his grammar starts getting like a lot better than what it usually is. You see the last couple of comments he put. There's everything.
No, I didn't see. What did he
Oh
say?
man, it looks stellar. I don't think I've ever seen Steven type this well.
How many
ever?
Oh, and he put a
Look at it.
he
Look at
added
it.
a question mark and everything.
He spelled damn correct. Look at man, Steven.
Chill out.
You're growing, bro. You're growing.
Chill out. Chill out. Delano's saying, I'd rather trade for Chris Dunn, though. A lot of people have been saying that, Chris. That you're not the first person I'm hearing saying that. I've always been a Chris Dunn fan. I don't know how I feel about him being my starting point guard, but of the two, I'd rather have Chris Dunn than Desmond Jr. any day of the week.
He's had his opportunity.
That's
honestly.
my thing. That's my thing. I was blowing the whole like, yo, give him a chance when he was with T-Wolves, but then he went to the Bulls and he had an opportunity. When he first got there, he showed signs, but then he just fell off, which is why Kobe White's out there now. Personally, if I trade Dennis Smith Jr., I wouldn't trade him for another point guard. I don't know what I would trade him for, so I'll get back to you on that one.
Draft considerations.
Something. I'll get back to you on that one because you know who I want? I want Frank Ntilikina playing point guard. And I don't want to trade in another guy that's going to take his minutes or going to go in front of him. Frank Ntilikina earned that damn starting spot, and I don't care. No one can tell me otherwise, but we'll talk about that later. Going back to the chat. First of all, H, I've seen you the entire chat, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to answer you. H, ____. He said, who would you rather, Knox or MPJ? MPJ being Michael Porter Jr., I'm going to say this
Knox.
Because of what, yes, I love Knox. I mean, damn sure, New York Knox. But not only because of I like Knox, I think MPJ is going to be a solid player. I don't know what opportunities he's going to get with Denver. Hopefully they give him some chances. But with what we have right now, I really, 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 and I hope Fizdale sees it at some point, I really like the combination of Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett. Every time they've been on the court together this entire preseason, that's always been a bright spot. So I like that combination of them two, and I want to see them grow together. So for that reason alone, I'll take Knox over MPJ. Yeah, Frank won me over. Trade for Gary Harris. Steven knows that's my boy. I love Gary Harris. I don't think that's gonna happen. No, he's too expensive now. Trade DSJ for Porzingis. Dale, I will trade you for a whole. I got nothing. If we don't get LaMelo Ball, let's jump Brandon. Sounds like a plan. Let's get it. All right. So moving on to the next. It's like, okay.
You gotta do that John Travolta meme.
Like, what did I do? Bring back Shumpert Bailey. I've been calling for that for years, bro. I would love that.
He's a free agent.
He is a free agent. He's looking to go with the. I think I saw Grizzlies, and then the other one was a playoff team, but I can't remember who it was. But he gonna get signed soon enough. Anyways, moving on to the next segment. I wanted to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it because it's just such a messy situation. We talked about it briefly last week with the whole China stuff, but then of course, your boy LeBron got a little out of pocket with what some of the things he said. I understand what he did as far as defending the NBA brand, whatever. Have your thoughts on that one way or another, but then. Now he's leading the witch hunt against Daryl Morey. It's a whole thing. I don't know. Do you have any opinions on it? If not, we can quickly move off it because I don't really want to talk about it. But if you got some, let it fly.
I talked a little bit on Twitter.
Yeah. I
think some politician said,
I know
stating.
Go ahead.
LeBron, was front runner for what's her name? She was running for president. He was a front runner when she came to Ohio to do her press and all that good stuff, and he's calling out Trump to be a bum and he's not good, yada yada yada, all this stuff that he said. And then LeBron had another interview where he said, it's the whole China thing is a political thing. He's not a politician, and the guy was criticizing him for saying that, well, if you're not a politician, don't have your opinion on politics, essentially. And that really bothered me because who's to say you can say what you can or cannot say? Yeah. Chris and I aren't electricians, but
damn right,
we can put one and one together that our computer's not turning on because the power outlet is not plugged in.
You're not allowed to
you know what I'm saying?
You ain't no
electrician. Yeah, clearly I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But it just really bothered me that he said that, LeBron, you don't know a damn thing about politics, so don't talk about what's going on in China like as if you're involved. We don't know what the hell LeBron knows about China.
Yeah.
He can know every little thing. He can know Jack, you know what.
Yeah.
But you can't tell some man that has done so much for the NBA as a whole to try and tell him don't try and defend the NBA because you don't know anything that's going on in China or what's going on between the NBA and China.
Yeah.
I feel like that's who is this guy? Do you know anything? Does he know anything about the NBA and what it's all about? Probably
more
not.
Cases, nah, they definitely don't. Unless your name is, unfortunately, Andrew Yang, who's been trolling the Knicks all offseason, running for president, and saying what he's been saying. But, yeah, more times than not, they don't know anything about the NBA.
Yeah. And that was just my biggest issue. Obviously, I think LeBron deserved, like, his backlash, and I think he'll take this as a learning lesson in terms of don't be hypocritical. You know, don't come off as being hypocritical.
Okay.
Outside of that, I think it's a little blown out of proportion, in a sense. We're
it's just because
fingers
it's the LeBron
instead of
effect.
coming up with solutions. Yeah. We're busy pointing fingers at, you know, oh, LeBron said this, instead of just being like, all right, let's just go solve it and handle it wherever the issue is. You know? And I'm sure what's his name? Our commissioner. I'm bad with names today.
Adam Silver?
Hillary Clinton.
Oh,
Adam Silver.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's doing everything in his possible power to find a resolution and get that situated with those, especially those three companies, because they bring in a lot of money for the NBA. But I'm more about let's just find a solution, happy medium, and let's get this moving on forward.
This is unfortunately something that I don't. Yes, I agreed with what you just said. I hope that that's the case, but unfortunately, I feel like this is something that's not gonna blow over until probably around the All-Star meetings that they have when they all come together. Obviously, when they're all in one city, so there's still gonna be grumblings throughout the entirety of the season, but. I want to say fortunately, but unfortunately, I feel like because of the hype around the NBA and the excitement around the NBA, it's going to be forgotten because people are going to be more talking about the product on the court, the games. I'm going to be loving my Knicks, you're going to be loving your Lakers, those kind of things. And that's slowly going to, cast a shadow on these events. But like I just said, I feel like because of that, these events nothing is going to be solved probably up until like halfway through the season, if even then, if not until the off season. I just don't think this is a Band-Aid fix because it's fishy with what is actually going on in Hong Kong, which is something that they've been fighting for damn near the entirety of 2019. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it is gonna be a long process. But again, this is one of those things I'm not gonna stick my thoughts into it fully yet until I have a complete grasp on what's going on, because it's a lot of back and forth and it's a huge mixture of NBA politics and actual world politics.
Real world.
So I'm gonna keep my opinion on that until I'm feel safe about what I want to say. Now back to basketball. Back to again casting a shadow on that. But no, on a lighter note, I don't even want to talk about this. I really don't. No, I don't, man.
Do it.
It's
Bring it out.
Like, here's my thing, man. It's just Kevin Durant. It's just Kevin Durant. Like, I have, and here's the thing. Like, over the years, I have lifted my shun on Kevin Durant because I have never been a Kevin Durant fan, and then the Warriors thing did not help that. But it's just why is he continuing to talk about the Knicks? So it's just getting really irritated because just today there was a report that Knicks and Knicks fans were stunned and depressed by Kevin Durant and Kyrie choosing the Nets. It's like, yo, they do this on purpose. I don't want to turn this into a Knicks segment, but like, I don't know. Did you see the article before I get into this?
The last thing I saw was he was saying that the Knicks weren't cool.
Okay, well,
that was the last thing I saw.
Cool guy Durant knows what cool is, so there's that. Well, there's been rumbles and articles dropping today about the Knicks were like I just said, reportedly stunned and depressed by Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving choosing the Nets, and the Knicks then put on this whole front like, oh, that's fine, we'll just move on to Plan B, which is Julius Randle and everybody else we signed and stuff like that. And for me, like all it is. And I think this is what frustrates me more than the Kevin Durant part of it, is just all it is. And this is what is unfortunately the damn cloud that hangs over the Knicks. What it is anytime there's an opportunity to rephrase an already existing story around the Knicks that will get idiots like me who are fans of the Knicks that are going to click on it, because here's the thoughts that go through my head when I click these things. I click on it and be like, God, what this mug got to say about the Knicks now? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm an idiot that click on this thing, but it's like I should just ignore and be like, oh, I know what they're gonna say here. No, I have to know what they're saying, and then read it. I'm like, yo, this is an old story just reworded. So Brandon, I have a question for you, man. You're outside.
I might have an answer.
I hope you do. Outside looking in, I have two questions. First question is, outside looking in, and chat, I know what chat's gonna say, and I'm not looking for chat's answers, but I'm gonna ask you, Brandon. Brandon, what the hell do we have to do to stop the bullying towards the New York Knicks?
Winning solves all, right?
I knew you were gonna say that. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the last episode of Coast to Coast. I'll be looking for a new co-host starting next week. Yeah, no, 100% winning. It's just the narratives will never end, and it's just been so frustrating. I was so happy that I got to watch a game on ESPN this week, and when I saw that Doris was gonna be on, I'm like, all right, we're safe. But I was happy to be able to watch the Knicks game, not the pregame show, but the actual Knicks game, and know that I'm actually going to enjoy my watching. What I'm viewing without having to hear the entire show some kind of hate towards the Knicks. And the same thing with TNT. But the thing is, for me to have to think about that when I'm watching televised Knicks games, is frustrating, Brandon. We're trying to win, Brandon. We're trying. What did CJ McCollum say? We're trying, Jen. We're trying.
We're trying, Jen. Yeah.
Like, you think we don't want to win? Like, God, dang, it's just it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
It's
and this has been a therapy session with B War. Basically, the segment is CK.
So tell me how you really feel.
B War has to be the friend to say, like, it's okay. One day they'll not suck.
Yeah, it's all right, Chris. It's okay. This is a safe place.
I don't know. That was such a waste of everybody's time. But that article today, I woke up this morning, I read that, or it wasn't even this morning. It was like football was going on. And I just saw the article, and I just looked at this thing and like, what is going on? Why are we talking about this? We've already talked about this so many different times. I don't care. I don't care. Anyways, right. Scott saying Jalen Rose is the only one that knows what's going on outside. Jalen Rose is the homie, man. Shout out to Jalen Rose. Everybody, if you're not following Jalen Rose on social media, go follow Jalen Rose. I don't know why he gets a plug when Jalen Rose gets a plug.
Just mention 81 and y'all best friends.
Huh?
Just mention 81 and y'all best friends.
Why would I mention 81? No. I'll be like, 81 was a farce. It wasn't your fault. That was Sam Mitchell's fault. That wasn't even your fault. That's what I would tell him.
Blocked. It's like you're definitive and you just mentioned 81. Blocked.
Yeah.
Blocked. It doesn't matter.
This idiot on social media said something about 81, and that's my key word to block the person. Anyways, let's get back to actual NBA topics. I'm sorry I derailed that by talking about my stupid Knicks.
Hey, man.
Very excited about Wednesday. But as we have said a billion times in this show, it is the beginning.
The Knicks versus the world, man.
It ain't the truth, man. Knicks for clicks, ladies and gentlemen. But, all right, it is the beginning of a new season. Brandon and myself have done this last season. It is going to – we said it last year, and we're saying it again this year. This is going to be our yearly segment for the first episode before the season begins. And that is this week's episode, where we will make our early predictions on what we believe is going to happen as far as who wins what award, MVP, MIP, blah, 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 blah. We're going to then put our 1 through 8 on both East and West. And then we are also allowed one change by the All-Star break, where we can, go by what narrative has changed. Like, say Brandon put LeBron James as the MVP, but unfortunately, I'm knocking on wood, that doesn't happen. LeBron James declines and he has a bad year, and Anthony Davis is the real MVP. So come All-Star weekend, Brandon would be like, I would like to change my MVP vote. I love you, LeBron, but I'm going with Anthony Davis, and so on and so forth. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Feel free to play along as always. So if you have a piece of paper or you have the Notes app on your phone, whether it is a Samsung or an iPhone, play along, jot yours down, and then we'll all go over ours together by trade deadline. But for right now, Brandon, our early predictions before any games are played. Are you ready to give me? We'll do it together. Let's do it. We'll do it. Your MVP, my MVP, why? My most improved, your most improved, why? Blah blah blah. So let's go down the list. Now we're gonna go from 6 man up. We're gonna save MVP for last. So Brandon of Coast to Coast, Mr. Wars World himself. Year 2 of Coast to Coast. We're starting with our 6-man award for the 2019-2020 season. Chat, like I said, play along. Please let me know who you guys got in the chat.
Man. And
we will go over your guys' after we go over ours. So, Brandon, you go first. Who you got for 6-man this season, my friend? To me, this is the harder one. I'm going to be real with you. But
No, I mean, that and MVP I feel like is very hard.
Yeah, 6-man and MVP are probably the 2 harder ones for me. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm going to go 6-man first. So, you got one?
I'm scouring over the NBA, and I'm really trying to think. I don't know how Lou Will's going to fit, just because, I hope he's still the same player.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna just be safe. I'll stick with Lou Will just because, the man.
You going Lou Will another year?
I might as well.
I think it's a safe bet. Safe. Like I said, you can change it.
Yeah.
What we should do? Oh, you know what we should do? No, I don't know how to do that. Okay, so you got Lou Will.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bailey, I think Josh Richardson's starting.
Alonzo Trier. I want to say Alonzo Trier, but I don't even know what the Alonzo Trier's minutes are going to look like yet.
Yeah, that's a real point guard struggle over there.
I think he has the potential. I think this could be his year for 6-man, but again, I don't know what they're doing as far as that because Wayne Ellington's stealing minutes and stuff like that, so I don't know. I see Marcus Morris. This man put Kawhi Leonard. Somebody don't get Dale out of here. Lou Will.
Rodney Hood's a good guess.
Yeah, I think, I like Rodney Hood too. Yeah, he's been playing really well over there. And then Brandon just said, talking about Josh Richardson, yeah, he's definitely starting over there. They love him over there. Damn, I don't know, man. I don't know. What's everyone's 6-man looking like? Because, who's the Rockets 6-man now? Is Eric Gordon starting still? Or he's coming off the bench now, right?
No.
So
I'm gonna say no.
I feel safe with that. I feel safe with Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon?
I like Eric Gordon because Eric Gordon could easily be...
He's won it before, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Eric Gordon could easily be probably just as important as Russ and James Harden on that team. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Eric Gordon. I feel safe about that pick. Eric Gordon for my 6-man. Seth Curry. I don't know why you're laughing. I think that's a safe.
You know what?
That's a good call.
And I just realized why you didn't mention his name. What about Spence?
All right, so let's talk about Defensive Player of the Year. Who you got for Defensive Player of the Year this year?
Got it.
F that guy.
Your favorite net.
Whatever.
I like Joel a lot. I like Joel being the... I didn't I pick him last year?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't go over who we picked last year. All right, real quick, let's go over who we had and who we changed him to real quick. Give everybody time to think. So last year for MVP, we both originally put LeBron James. Then when we had our one change, you changed yours to Giannis, and I stupidly changed mine to PG because PG was going on his hot start by that time. And of course, we all know Giannis won that one. So Brandon, point for Brandon. Most improved player, I put Brandon Ingram, and Brandon put Brandon Ingram as well. We both changed our answers real fast when the midway mark came. I changed mine to De'Aaron Fox. He changes to Pascal Siakam. 2 points for Brandon. Rookie of the year, we both had Luka, but except Brandon had Luka and Kevin Knox. But by the halfway mark, he took the Kevin Knox part out, and then we both won the Luka. Defensive player of the year, I had AD. He had Kawhi. And then halfway mark, I changed mine to PG-13. He changed his to PG-13 as well, and that was Rudy Gobert. Coach of the year, I originally put Quinn Snyder. He put Brent Brown. And then by the midway mark, he did not change his, but I changed mine to Mike Budenholzer, and Mike Budenholzer won Coach of the Year, so point for me. And then sixth man, I put Dennis Schroeder, and I doubled down on it. Brandon was smart at first and put Lou Williams, but then changed it because his heart came before his brain, and he changed Lou Williams to Derrick Rose, and unfortunately, Lou Williams was the one that won 6 Man of the Year last year. So yeah, that's what ran up. So to answer your initial question for Defensive Player of the Year, you put Paul George, or you put Kawhi first and then put Paul George last year. So no, you did not put who you were gonna put in there.
All right, I like Joel.
Going Joel Embiid. Okay, Joel Embiid. Oh, I put him backwards. Whatever, I can do it later. Joel Embiid. You know what? I feel confident.
Rudy Gobert can't win every year, y'all.
You know what? It's fine because he's not. You know why? Because I feel good about this year. Y'all see the hat. I'm doubling down on my boy. Now, he's had a rough start in the preseason, but I feel like he's going to smooth the edges. I'm going with my boy, Mitchell Allen Robinson. I don't know if Allen's his middle name, but Mitchell Robinson. You know what? I feel like people know who he is now. He's on notice. I think the votes will go his way possibly. I'm going with Mitchell Robinson. Give me the homer. Say what you want to say. Homer, whatever you want to say. I'm going Mitchell Robinson for Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey, I did it last year. I did it last year, so I can't talk.
I feel very confident about that this year. I think it's very, very possible. Knicks fan or not. Mitch walk like NBA YoungBoy. Stupid. All right. Rookie of the Year. Let's do most improved first. Most improved player. Okay. That's easy for me. I'll go first. You know I gotta give it to my boy Zoe. I think Zoe gonna have a nice season. I think.
You staying homebound again?
Lonzo Ball.
Oh, Lonzo.
Ball.
Lonzo.
Yeah, I'm going Lonzo Ball for most improved.
I want to go with Lonzo.
I love Lonzo, but at the same time, he doesn't have to do too much to have better stats than last season. So I think he can.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
Like,
you are not wrong.
He literally just has to average at least 12 points per game, have a high PR. Yeah, so I'm sticking with my boys though. Most improved player, Zubac. I like that pick. That's a good pick, Chris. He laughs because he's not a Laker anymore.
Ivica?
Zubac.
See, Chris Tiller, you can't be upset. You cannot be upset with me when I say Alex Caruso is going to be the most. No, I'm just playing.
I was like, yo, all right. Now, we having too much fun. Chill the hell out.
I honestly, I really like that Zoe pick. I really do.
I see GD. Bam was my number 2. Bam about to surprise some folks this year, but I'm taking Lonzo Ball. You put in
my
Lonzo 2?
My number 2 was gonna be former Sixer. I'm staying in that class.
Former Sixer. Oh, Markel. You know, I think that's a good. I think he's gonna have. I'm nice really season, reaching. Man. I don't think that's a reach, man. A lot of people. We'll see. What preseason? I'm sorry.
Because his jump shot still looks the same.
I don't care. The way he gets to the rim confidently now, that's all I need to see. The rest will come. The confidence is the biggest factor when it comes to that kid. And as long as he's confident with contact, the rest will come. Levine and most improved.
It's not a bad pick either.
That's not bad at all. Yeah. DeJounte Murray. Here's my problem with DeJounte Murray being most improved. What's he improving from? he's coming back from an injury, so I don't know if that necessarily can you win a most improved from that.
I think he's going to be the same player he's always projected to be also.
With a jump shot now. I think DeJounte here. So you're going Lonzo?
I'm going Zoe.
Going Zoe squared. All right. Rookie of the year.
Zion. I know you're going to pick. I already know who you pick.
I wasn't, but now that I know that you're going Zion.
It's the safest pick. So yeah. I had to go with it.
You might think so.
Oh, I know so.
You might think so.
Well.
Brandon, quick question, man. Who's your favorite player of all time?
No.
Hey, Brandon.
No. I'm not participating. I'm not participating. My whole camera just
whatever. Let me tweet at Jalen Rose and see who was the guy that scored 81 points on him. And then I'll ask him, "Hey, and what was his nickname again?" And then he'd be like, they called him something with a snake.
He's gonna block you before you can do all that.
No, I'm like, but what did they call him? And he'd be like, "Oh, that's right, it was Black Mamba." I'm like, But you know what's crazy? Black Mambas are cool and everything, but what about Canadian Mambas? Nay, I say Maple Mambas. That boy from New York wearing the best number in the game. Number 9, RJ Barrett, Mr. Already Defined and Shine and ready to. I got nothing. I was gonna try to rhyme like my boy Clyde, but I had nothing. I'm going with RJ Barrett as Rookie of the Year. Cause why the hell not?
No.
Why the hell not? He's getting a head start because Zion missing games.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Chris. I would expect
as you shouldn't. Less. John Morant is a good pick too for anybody putting John Morant.
Yep.
Broadway Barrett.
That's better. That's you know what? 10 times better. I can say that.
I got bad news for you, though. That's not the name, though.
I like it. You know what? Send it all to the tabloids. Send it.
They'll send that thing right back. They're like, I'm sorry, Maple Mama's already been submitted. You won't have that much of a conversation after asking about 81. Yeah, I know. I was trying to fish it out. All right, Zion for you, RJ for me. Let me flip these around. All right, cool. Now here's the big one. MVP.
Oh, no Coach of the Year?
Oh, shoot. We ain't got a Cody. Yeah, let's do a Cody.
Doc.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. I like Doc.
Because he's you know how the NBA is. It's all about story.
But that's
deservedly could have got it last year.
Yeah, and I think that ship is sailed because they surprised, but now it's what's expected of them if they make like a top 3 seed. You know what? No, if they get the first seed, I think he'll probably get it though. So I take that back. I take back what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But if I don't do it, who is it gonna be? It ain't gonna be Frank Vogel.
No, I wouldn't even put that on my own coach.
God, that's a good one.
Alvin Gentry. Of course, you got your Britt Brown.
But see, that's a hard one, man. Alvin Gentry's on my mind too, but that's a hard one because they have to make the playoffs for that one.
Mike Malone easily could have won last year as well.
Yeah.
I don't think Mike is getting that nod.
I think that narrative
year
is gone for Mike Malone.
Yeah.
They got their first seed.
What's his name over at in Seatown?
That's very possible too. Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens. He has like his team.
Yeah, he does have a team that he'll run. Yeah. This man said Jason Kidd. Quinn Snyder, Alvin Gentry, Mark Che. You see, I liked your original one. Then you said Mark Jackson.
With all due respect, I hit it out of the park.
Oh my God. Man, I like Doc. I like Doc. Gentry and Brad Stevens to me both have. And then there's also my boy Lloyd Pierce, man. I think he can get the Hawks to the playoffs.
I don't no. They can't play.
I'll
defense.
do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'll do it.
I can change it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lloyd Pierce.
Okay.
They're already the most talked about team. Everyone's loving the Hawks right now. People are going crazy about the Hawks. All they have to do, because they're supposed to be in that bubble of still in the rebuild. And I think it's possible if they're able to sneak into that 8th, 7th spot in the playoffs with a solid enough record. I think he might be considered. So for now, until the change, I'm probably going to be changing my entire lineup by All-Star break. But for right now, I'm feeling very confident. Yeah, I'll go with Lloyd Pierce. Who, by the way, and I love Fizdale. I know a lot of you guys are probably wavering on Fizdale after a freaking preseason. But anyways, Lloyd Pierce was, and I have video proof of it. Lloyd Pierce was the guy I wanted. It was Fizdale, Lloyd Pierce, and at the time, Mark Jackson were the three guys I wanted as our coach. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Now for the big one, the big award,
the big dirty
MVP. Who you got?
I'm stuck between two.
Who are the two?
James Harden and LeBron James. I'm stuck between the two because James Harden is arguably you know what? I couldn't even finish that statement. James Harden at this current moment in this day and age of the NBA is the most prolific scorer we have in the NBA. Mm-hmm. With that said, he could easily win it every year.
Woods came in strong with he didn't even give us any seconds. My man came in and said, Dame.
Wow.
I don't hate that. But go ahead. Sorry, continue.
I don't hate Dame. And then, of course, LeBron. LeBron said he's on a mission this year. Mm-hmm. And he had that face.
Factor? But what's F the face. What's the key factor?
Well, everybody's got two.
No. What's the key factor with LeBron? Like, the face is all nice. But what is the biggest thing about LeBron James right now? It's like, yeah, he means business this year. Brady, you know what it is.
Playing defense.
No, Brandon.
Yeah.
The headband.
Oh, the headband.
Headband
yes,
Braun is back.
Yeah. And you know what that means.
Thank you, BOT. Thank you. It means it's time for business. Ain't nobody want to see his little fake patch. Mm-mm. Let the headband ride.
The Hollywood patch, as we call it.
Is that what y'all call that?
The Hollywood patch.
So you going? Who you sticking with though? But don't forget AD too, man.
I'm not gonna put pressure on AD like that.
Oh, but you put on LeBron
because he can handle
DeMarcus Cousins. Chill out, Rick.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna be a homer too, Bron.
That's. I don't think that's crazy, man.
I'm going for Bron.
LBJ. Now, God, I think I'm gonna change all of mine by the midseason. But I honestly believe these ones. But again, who knows? Because nothing has happened yet. Here's my thing, especially now with the narrative around this team. If they manage to not only make the playoffs, but have to, exceed expectations to prove everybody wrong, I think this dude who's been out of the running for quite some time will be at the top of the list again this year because he has to be. And I'm going to go with Steph Curry. I'm going with Steph Curry this year. I think Steph Curry has potential to be the MVP. Now, I'm going to tell you what, he's going to have the stats like an MVP, but the rest has to come with what the team does. Now, if the team can overachieve before Klay comes back and then Klay comes back and then boom, they look smooth and they get anywhere in the top 5, I think Steph Curry has that narrative for him because we all know the MVP is the narrative award.
It is a story.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think KD helped Steph Curry get his helped Steph Curry's chances of being an MVP. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm sticking with that one. We'll see come February, but for right now, yeah, give me Steph Curry.
Okay. I mean, that's not a bad pick, honestly. The stage is set.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's why I'm going with them. Going.
John Paxson.
John Paxson. What about Rajon Rondo? Steph is going to average 35 points per game this season. It's going to be something close to that for sure. For sure. Don't you, yo. I forgot to ask you guys a serious question. Who he play for? Delano, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Who he play for is coming. Brandon, look how excited Brandon is for. Who he play for is right around the corner. Y'all stay tuned. I told y'all beginning of November. I told y'all it's coming. It's coming. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of Brandon and my list. We got Brandon rocking with Coach of the Year being Doc Rivers. His sixth man is Lou Williams. His Defensive Player of the Year is the Joel Embiid. Rookie of the Year is the Zion Williamson. MIP, also known as Most Improved Player, is the young god, the two god, the point god's Lonzo Ball. And MVP, LeBron James. All right, and then for me, I got Coach of the Year, Sir Lloyd Pierce. Sixth Man of the Year, Eric Gordon. Defensive Player of the Year, the blockness monster himself, Mitchell Robinson. Rookie of the Year, here comes the money, the Maple Mamba, RJ Barrett. Most Improved, the two god, Lonzo Ball. MVP, the babyface assassin, Stephen Curry. It's gonna be fun, man. I like the variety. Of course, I knew we were both gonna go with Lonzo on the Most Improved before I even wrote that down. I knew that was gonna be an agreement. I almost went with you on the Doc one, but I think with what everyone's believing and with what they could do, I think Lloyd Pierce could sneak into that conversation. But hey, we'll see. But again,
they got to figure out how to play defense before I believe on them.
Look, but they can also play that old school. Our defense is our offense.
Oh, 4 seconds or less?
Facts. I thought it was 7 seconds or less. You saying 4 seconds now?
4 seconds. The way the NBA is set up right now.
4 seconds,
4
or
seconds
less.
or less.
That's funny. Brandon's sleeping right now. MIP is these nuts. MVP Paul Pierce. Oh my God! If that happened, I would stop watching basketball. I'd be the biggest NHL fan you'd ever seen in your world. All right. Well, so people remember that. So come the All-Star weekend, we will rehash this list. It is locked away, and we will be seeing whether we are sticking with what we chose here today, October 20th, before any games are played, or if we are going to be changing everything up. And looking at our list, I can see changes coming. And speaking of reoccurring things on this channel, it is a new year. So that means it is a new time for, which way do I move? The 50-50 board. It's a new season. Last year, y'all talked on us. Y'all say we were crazy to believe that we could get 50 wins in 50 50-point games in the season. We did it. But then when Brandon and I said maybe 25 is probably more realistic, y'all still killed us. Y'all said, nah, think more like 13, 14. Well, I'm here to tell you guys we had 26 last season. 26. 26. This is for you guys. This is for you guys. Say it to him. Say it to him. Boom face. Okay?
Boom face.
A little delayed, but it came. The boom face came at you. 26. We said 25. Now, of course, the goal is always going to be 50 point games. That's always going to be the goal. But do we beat 26 this year? Can we beat 26 this year? Can we get a 30 piece? I think it's possible.
I think we can get 30.
Kevin Durant. Yeah, I think so too. I think Kevin Durant he gypped us out of a few 50-point games. Damian Lillard gypped us out of a few 50-point games.
Devin Booker.
Oh my! Devin Booker is the biggest MUP, most unwanted player on the 50-50 board.
Yes. And he's finally got a point guard that's going to give him the ball. So,
Facts.
man, give him two automatically.
50,
give him 2
50-point games coming this year. Look, I'm gonna call right now. Hot take: we gonna get one on Tuesday.
Damn. From who? Bron?
When I rolled away, I was trying to figure out that I have no idea. We might not get one on Tuesday, but look, this is what I'm thinking. All right. When I rolled away, I was like, wait a minute, who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do it?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Act cool. Stick to your guns. Last year, y'all called us crazy by saying 50.
You know what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. I was word for what I said. Anyways, Bron dropping 50 on opening night. There you go, Edgar. Believe in
that was
board.
your second bold prediction, huh, Cap?
That
was the second one.
That is no
BLT with AD going for 50.
Yeah, that's fine. I got him in fantasy. Hey, shout out to any of you guys that are in one of the two CK Crew fantasy leagues. It's gonna be fun. We had our draft today. I feel confident in both of my teams. I got AD in one league. I got James Harden in the other, and then I got a nice slew of dudes. Somebody, who was it? Melvin snaked Lonzo Ball right in front of me. So I had to settle for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, which I'm not upset about. But in my other league, I got Lonzo Ball. So
it's not a bad drop-off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's okay. I got Lonzo in the other league, so we good. Lonzo's on. He represents TK in one of the leagues. Anyways, shout out to you guys if you guys made it in there. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. But yeah, 20.
Well, we want 50-50, but at the very least 30.
Yeah, 30.
Very least.
That's the thing. 50-50 is the dream. 30 is the reality.
Yes.
Drop that microphone right there. That was fire right there. But yeah, no, I feel confident. I feel good. You could have picked KD up, man. CK, step your game up. Devin Booker would drop 100 in preseason. LOL. Now we're going too far, Craig.
No, he doesn't like being double teamed.
Yeah,
so.
oh boy. I'm gonna dominate Dale in the fantasy league. All right, this sounds like there's a little mini thing going on over there. But anyways, that's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it this week. Fun show, guys. The season is back. Knicks play Wednesday. Lakers opening us off on Tuesday. I'm excited, man. Basketball is back now. Now it counts.
It matters.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It actually matters now. I'm
I know you excited.
Ooh-wee. I want you to take me serious.
All right, but that's the end of us, man. That's episode 2's in the books, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here same time next Sunday. I'm excited, man. We'll be talking about the first week of basketball. We'll be bringing back an old school favorite game. It's not who we play for. It's another one. As well as we will be going down our Eastern and Western Conference standings next week. So stay tuned to that. And see you guys next Sunday. It's been your boy CK with the homie B Wars World. You know the deal. Links in the description. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe here. Like the video. Hit both the bells. We out of here. Catch you guys in the next one. And we out.
Peace.